What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm drinking a little wine here. It's research for this video. Today, we're going to be talking about Andrew Gillum. So, if you don't know who Andrew Gillum is, he was the former mayor of Tallahassee, Florida. He was running in 2018 for governor of Florida, and he lost to Ron DeSantis. It was a very, very tight race, and so much so that they had to recount the votes because it was so tight. But let me tell you something. I am really glad he didn't win that race because Mr. Andrew is a little questionable in my book, okay? So if you don't know the story, in 2018, I'm sorry, not 2018, in 2020, okay, he gets caught. So this was like 6 months ago, I think. He gets caught in a Miami, Florida hotel room with two men, okay? One is a well-known escort. The other one, we don't know who he is, but he's a guy. And there are pictures all over the internet about this that you can look up for yourself. I can't post anything in this video, otherwise YouTube is going to shut this down. But I'll put a few links, okay, to some info in there so you guys can see. But he was found on the floor of the bathroom of this hotel room, naked, passed out, lying in his own vomit, okay? And when he was questioned about this, because the police were called to this hotel room because somebody claimed somebody was having an overdose or was suffering from an overdose. So the police get there, there's pills everywhere, there's meth, fluids on the bed, towels with fecal matter on them, one gay escort, and Andrew Gillum laying on the floor in his own vomit, okay? Naked, okay? So he does a whole song and dance about the situation. Turns out that he's got a drinking problem. Mind you, okay, I've looked through the pictures. Not a single bottle of alcohol did I see, okay? But he claims that he had a drinking problem. He claims that he made some bad decisions, but he was adamant about the fact that he did not have sex that night. Now, I don't know about you, okay? I've had a few hard, partying nights in my day. And there's been some nights where I've drank a little too much and I don't remember what's going on. But let me tell you something, Andrew. It doesn't look good that you were found naked, laying on the floor with a gay escort in the room, fluids all over the bed, your fecal matter on a towel, okay? It doesn't look good, okay? It doesn't look like you were just there, watching the game, playing some spades, maybe playing some dominoes, even having a meeting, okay? I don't know about you, but you being found naked on the floor didn't look good. But regardless, he goes to rehab, okay, to work on his alcoholism. And just the other day, an interview comes out. Tamron Hall, a journalist, does an interview with Andrew and his wife, okay, to talk about the whole incident and what it meant, okay? So Andrew gets on this interview and he basically admits to Tamron that he's bisexual. Not gay, but bisexual. There's a difference, people. Is there? Let me tell you something. I have consulted with my gay friends, and here's the consensus. When you go to a room with a gay escort and there's meth and there's pills, okay, you getting it that night, buddy. You may not remember that you got it, but you got it. Okay, you may be denying that you got it, but you got it, okay? Because I am straight, and let me tell you, I can have 3 or 4 of these, and they're not gonna make me do the things that Mr. Andrew did, okay? So I wanted to make this video to talk about this because the whole tone of the interview was kind of like, oh, we're praising him for coming out and admitting that he is bisexual, not gay. My personal thoughts about the whole bisexual thing are this. I think it's just a layover to gay town, to tell you the honest truth. I really don't believe in it. I really feel like you have to choose one or the other, okay? And you definitely like or prefer one over the other, for sure, okay? But when it comes to men being bisexual, I have a little bit of a problem with it, in believing in the whole bisexual thing, because the whole sexual act in itself is completely different, okay? Like, you putting things in different places that anything wouldn't normally go in, if that makes sense. Okay, I don't want to be too graphic for this video, but that kind of explains my stance on it, that I don't really buy it. I feel like he doesn't really want to say he's gay, obviously, because he has a wife and he has 3 young children and he is a politician. It just wouldn't look good. You know what I mean? So this dude brings his wife on a talk show, basically, or an interview, and I feel really bad for her. I feel really bad for her because, you know, I think she's trying to do the right thing and standing by her husband, but she's looking like a fool because everybody knows, okay, that your husband is just using you to look like a straight and arrow, you know, father of 3, you know, husband of the year. Meanwhile, he's off in hotel rooms in Miami, you know, popping pills, popping bottles, you know, shooting meth. And, you know, she stood up on TV and she was just like, you know, what goes on in our marriage is really nobody's business. But, you know, they have 3 kids. And with the way that things are, you have to think about the fact that in a couple years, your children are going to be able to Google their father's name and see not only this interview, but the pictures of their father laid out on the floor of a hotel bathroom, lying in his own vomit, naked. You know? So I really just struggle with this. I really feel like he needs to just come out and say, listen, I had a drug problem, I had an alcohol problem, and I'm gay. I prefer men over women. It's not like, I mean, people aren't going to hate you. I mean, these days, there's plenty of politicians or people in this world that are gay and people accept them, no problem. I mean, as long as they're good people, I don't have a problem with what you do in the bedroom. I just don't care to like see pictures of you passed out in the bathroom floor because, you know, you have a drug problem or you have an alcohol problem. Like, that's where I draw the line, and that's where your morals look really, really questionable to me, you know? And, you know, I want to remind people that at one point in time, he was actually, like, they were considering him to run for the presidency, okay? So, I mean, can you just imagine all this coming out, you know, if he had run for president? I mean, and it sure would have, because they drag you when you run for president. So I don't know. I want to know what you guys think about this. Like, did you buy the whole bisexual thing? You know, do you really believe his story that he just had an alcohol problem and not a drug problem? You know what I mean? I'm not saying that being gay goes hand in hand with being a drug addict or anything like that. Not everybody that's gay or homosexual, you know, lives a life like that, you know, but you have to like look at what he's already shown us. You know what I mean? He has to start by being honest. And I really don't think he's being honest by saying he's bisexual, just based on the fact that, you know, the evidence shows the contrary. You know what I mean? And who knows how much money he had to pay those 2 dudes that were in the hotel room with him to zip it, okay? Because I'm sure they could really spill some tea on Mr. Gillum. I'm sure they could. So anyways, let me know in the comments box below what you guys think. Did you watch the interview? By the way, the whole interview, I have yet to find it, but you can definitely watch tons of clips on it. Let me know if you watched the clips. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you think bisexuality really truly exists, or is it just a layover to gay town? What do you think? Like this video if you enjoyed it, share this video if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much. Bye-bye.